Evidence Aid is an organisation which advocates for evidence-based decision-making for disasters and humanitarian crises. Evidence Aid has the ability to save lives by giving people the most important information on which to base their decisions.
It was a Tuesday morning. I went to work as usual.
I was putting my children ready to go to school and things like that.
I was actually still in bed, snoozing, when my pager went off.
So I was seated at the check-in desk and I had a passenger in front of me. And when he was handing the passport, at that time there was the first bombing. I felt the heat and the air. I felt it on all my body. And then I start running.
When the alarm comes in here at the Red Cross, there is a procedure depending on how big, what the needs are. And there is, for example, the medical intervention plan and the psychosocial intervention plan. On the 22nd of March, we had like a full deployment.
We saw from the tarmac coming all the vehicles, such as in a movie. It was very scary.
So there were immediately a lot of things we'd see from, oh, what are we going to do here for all those people?
But in the beginning it also wasn't really clear what we were supposed to do. Most people just were trying to get out of there.
It scared me to see how serious the injuries were. Head, arms, legs. That's an image that I will never forget.
The big advantage about medical first aid is it's pretty straightforward. Every body is different, but the laws of the bodies are the same. But on a psychosocial level, there are different laws according to age, cultural context, social context, family contexts.
In the process of psychological first aid, we're still learning, I think.
I think the attack in Brussels and the Belgian National Society's response to that crisis is an indication of perhaps a gap. The Red Cross was doing the best they could with very limited evidence on what works in terms of an effective psychosocial intervention.
Psychological recovery, I think that's the hardest and the biggest part of my injury. It will always be with me, near me.
We need to learn from our responses on the evidence that we generate about what works and what doesn't work in order to ensure that future humanitarian responses do not repeat past mistakes and actually improve.
Evidence Aid has a role in identifying gaps in the research for academics who want to fill those gaps and also for funders who want to fund research into those gaps. To respond effectively and efficiently, to guarantee value for money for taxpayers and donors, we need to know what works and what doesn't. We need to use evidence because evidence matters.